Hello, and welcome back to the Oddly Coded podcast, where the human body is just so fragile in this mortal coil that we all share. And speaking of which, we are joined today by some very familiar faces. Steej, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Please introduce yourself, sir.
I am trapped in this body, in this mortal coil. Help me.
That's what Steej sounds like, which, you know, that's just fantastic. But excitingly enough, we've also got something very special for you, ladies and gentlemen. We've got our very second special guest of the Oddly Coded podcast, Simply Nickish. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you here, sir. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I am stressed because I have cliff notes over here to the side, but I have to keep my eye on the camera, otherwise the magic is dead.
You sure it's not because you're trapped in your body's mortal coil?
Yeah, it's the mortal coil.
No,
it's definitely the mortal
for sure.
coil. For sure.
I'm in my body's vape coil as we speak right now. Well, as I said, it's good to have you both here today. It's good to have all of you here today, listening in on all of the social media platforms that we have. Spotify, it's all over. It's all over the audio platforms, by the way. That's some fancy shit. But the thing is, the topic that we have for today, gentlemen, it's going to be a real nail-biter. But before we do that, I have a comment, a very special comment from last week's episode that I'd like to share with you all today. So if I look over here, last week we asked everybody to put in what their first ever game was, their first ever experience with a game, something like that. I wasn't a part of last week's episode, but we'll get to that in just a second. We actually had our first guest of the podcast on that week's episode, Shannon. She has been fantastic, and the reception for her has been fantastic, so I appreciate that, y'all. But Green Raw Bean put in a comment that said he actually made a bit of a meme here at the top. So it says Shannon colon. It's just a full colon. He didn't want to put a semi. He wanted to go full send. I consumed Dan for power, so now all of his podcasting ability has gone into me. Me, a meme lord, colon. So you're going to be bad at podcasting and make weird joke references that no one gets. That being said, I was thinking about my very first video game, and I unlocked a core memory of playing Narusar on my iMac when I was 5 or 6. I had Pokemon games and Kirby for the SNES, but those later came into the picture, which is wild. So, Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean, if I can call you that, Mr. Gerb, I do want to appreciate you for that comment, but honestly, it's comments like that really cement in my mind why you haven't been a guest on the podcast yet, but you do get to be subscriber of the week, so congratulations, sir. Well done.
Oh, man. That's going to sting.
That it does. It does. But
sorry, buddy.
I'm not. Gentlemen, I think that it's time for us to get down to
What
the
are we
real
doing?
nitty-gritty.
Yeah, what's happening?
Before us, gentlemen, you guys have a shared screen in the Discord at the moment of a very fun wheel. Editor, who is me, put that shit up on the screen, please. There it is. Put some magic sound effects. You know you're gonna do it later. So this wheel, you know what? Sample that and put it as the reveal sound. Fantastic. Okay, cool. So this wheel, this is going to be all of these entries, and I made it mysterious on purpose. Every single one of these entries is a name of a very powerful, or maybe not as powerful, video game character.
Oh,
and
boy.
it is up to us to find two characters on this wheel and pit them against each other to the death. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the old school debate, a tale as old as time. Who would win in a fight? No holds barred, nothing held back, to the death. Blood will happen.
Blood, oh man.
Blood
They're going to be released
happen.
from their mortal coils.
They're going to have to go to the vape shop to get a new coil. All right. So what do we think? What do we think
What
of
if
this?
the first person is Cloud?
You know, I don't know if I put Cloud on here.
That would be funny with the vape
I was trying to,
references.
like, whenever I was doing this, I tried to make it
nice.
super general. So I figured everybody knows Mario, not as many people might know Cloud.
Yeah, that's
but
fair.
I
That's
could
fair.
be wrong. I could be very wrong about that. I know that what is it, Final Fantasy? That has a huge fan base, especially
Yeah,
with
yeah.
16 that just dropped recently.
Yes.
But without any further ado, gentlemen,
Let's get into
do
it.
y'all want to see who the
Yeah.
fuck the first guy is going to be?
Let's see who it
Did you
is.
say who's gonna
So-
fuck the first guy? Because I thought this was a
Yeah,
different
dude.
game.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of Overwatch characters on here, by the way.
Okay.
So
Okay.
here we go.
All right,
All right,
here
so
we go.
the first one is going to be Parappa the Rapper. It's going to be Parappa the Rapper from the PS2 classic Parappa the Rapper. I'm very happy that one
Solid,
was on
solid
there.
first pick, honestly.
No, that's that
God.
good stuff. All right, here we go. So Parappa the Rapper. Do we have any like opening cases that we want to make for the guy?
I do
Like,
not know
I mean-
enough about this guy.
He might. I mean, I'd imagine as a rapper, most of his strength lies in wordplay. So, I
yeah.
mean, depending on the situation and who he's up against, that could work in his favor.
I mean,
The pen
words can
is mightier
hurt,
than
you
the
know.
sword. No, for
Wait,
sure,
also,
absolutely.
isn't Parappa a dog?
He is.
So he's got that dog in him.
He's also got a morbid case of rabies. Let's see who else he's fighting.
All right, let's see this.
Yeah, here we go.
He's gonna be.
All right. Oh man, Sephiroth. So I
This
have.
is we're talking about Final Fantasy. Perfect. Perfect.
Oh man, this is what I
I
wanted.
think this is going to be a
This
pretty
is the shit
quick
that I
one.
wanted.
What do you think?
So gentlemen, I want somebody to make a case for Parappa the Rapper here. Sephiroth is tough. That's a toughie. That's a tricky
God.
one.
I'll take
Okay.
Sephiroth in this one.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You can take the easy way out. It's
Yeah, oh, yeah, 100%.
perfectly
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All
Okay.
right, all right.
I will
Steej, what do you
admit-
got?
I will admit that my knowledge of both of these IPs that these two characters come from is very limited.
Yeah.
So take anything I say with a grain of salt.
No, take him
But-
at every single word as gospel.
I'm gonna
Take
say
everything that I say with a mortal coil.
with a mortal coil. With take everything I say with a big old puff of vape.
Good.
What do you got?
You know what? I gotta go with the underdog himself.
With the underdog?
Parappa the Rapper.
Okay, so why? I need a legitimate reason as to why, because now
so-
we're split down the middle, and I don't know how to make this
So
decision.
listen. I might be memeing.
Okay.
But unless it works, and then I'm not. Parappa the Rapper, as we said before, has that dog in him, which I don't know if Sephiroth can say the same thing. I mean, Sephiroth, what? He's got like gray hair or something.
Yeah.
And
He must be old or something, right?
He's what does he have, a keyblade? Is that what
I don't
Sephiroth
fucking know.
has?
I'm pretty sure he has a
I'm gonna
sword.
get destroyed by every Final Fantasy and like Kingdom Hearts fans.
That's
I'm gonna
why
get
this
more
isn't a
destroyed by Kingdom
TikTok
Hearts
stage.
fans than Lyle did. Yeah, I mean if he brings a key to a dog fight is what I'm saying. I think the dog wins every time with just the power of song. The power of song just okay.
The
Yeah,
power
Sephiroth.
within.
Sephiroth probably wins. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a good argument. I'm sorry. I tried.
Sephiroth
I
probably
really,
wins.
really tried.
Okay. All right. Well, we've
Yeah.
learned
that
today
one. That one.
He does have a super nice beanie on though, Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I do want to make it very clear that if you're not familiar with these characters, feel free to look them up. Look up their powers and bullshit your way through it. That's all I'm here for.
Yeah.
He's got a very
'Cause at this
square
point-
head.
No, yeah. He's very similar to like the Minecraft people's race, so he might be like super strong, right?
That was a great
'Cause
reference.
Steve is crazy strong. He can lift like a pyramid or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
so-
True.
Just
Honestly,
saying, but-
I think that was just a good one to start with, just to know what we're getting into.
Oh yeah. No.
We're like
but I mean,
we know who would win in an
Sephiroth
actual
solos.
death battle.
no diff.
Sephiroth solos, no diff. But
Light
yeah,
diff. Light diff.
Like
Does
maybe
anyone
light diff.
know what music Sephiroth is into? Because like, if it's
Ooh.
rap, like
I would
there's a
say hair
legitimate
metal.
case there.
Probably hair metal.
No, he likes
hair
baby
metal.
Hair metal, yeah.
Do you know what baby
Are you
metal
familiar?
is?
Like 80s
As in-
hair metal,
Whipping your hair.
like Yeah. But it was more
like,
like it was more like the glam metal. I might be mixing them up a little bit, but like glam metal, like Guns N' Roses. Oh, Guns N' Roses.
Oh,
and
butt rock?
Kiss. No. Kiss is hair metal.
Yeah.
Wait, that's glam
We're
metal.
saying the
Never
same
mind.
thing. Hair is in
All
hair
right,
on your
let's
head.
go to let's go to the next
I'm
fight,
getting
shall
every
we?
fan in the world angry at me all at the same time. It's okay.
Now,
Go to the next one. Just go.
Steej versus the rest of the fandoms.
The rest of the
who
fandoms
solos.
win.
No diff. Oh God, what is that? Oh, my timer for something. Here we go.
Better
You gotta
ignore
start
that.
rapping.
Yeah, no. All right, here we go.
All right, what do we got?
All right, we've got May from Overwatch.
Okay, now we're
Okay.
finally
Now we're
somewhere,
getting somewhere.
that I know.
We're in
shoots
familiar
ice
territory here.
She
Familiar
shoots
territory,
ice
there's
shit.
the word.
She sprays ice shit. She has
Yeah.
ice wall
Yeah,
and the
ice powers basically.
yeah, she's Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
I'm pretty sure Sub-Zero
But a
is
lot
on
more
here.
annoying.
Wouldn't that be insane?
That would be awesome if we got Sub-Zero, but
Reaper.
Reaper from Overwatch.
All right,
Oh my
so
god, how
who
did you
normally
find
wins
two
that?
Overwatch heroes?
Who
Well,
normally
who
wins
counters
that?
who?
Who counters who?
I think
I mean,
May,
they're both-
no?
Yeah.
I think May
feel
wins
like
that.
it's- Because May has defense. She's got the defensive where she can like encase herself in ice for a few seconds.
Let's see.
So as
Yeah.
long as she does that, she can wait out the Reaper.
Okay.
And also she's got the wall to block him off. And also her wall can block off his ultimate where he does all the damage around himself all at once.
Got
So
it.
I feel like May wins that. I'm not like an Overwatch
Okay, but here's the
professional where I
question.
know exactly. Okay.
Would you prefer in bed to hear Reaper's voice or May's? Because I'm picking Reaper every time.
You just listen,
I
man.
brought
I'm
the
kinda
tone down of
with
this
you there.
podcast immediately, by the way.
I'm with you there just
Okay.
because of the voice line "Death comes."
Yeah. And if he doesn't say that during it, then we've got to restart.
Yeah, no,
yeah, we got to go
that's-
again.
We gotta switch
Oh.
here.
So who's the real winner here, really?
So
All of us.
I looked up this matchup on Google just to see what other people would be saying, because I mean they're from the same game. You'd figure there's probably a matchup that someone's asked about.
Sure.
So this guy said, looking at the math, it should work, because this guy wants to be a Reaper counter versus May. Looking at the math, it should work that Reaper could win. May has 250 HP. This is from 7 years ago, so this might be a little bit outdated
I
information.
think it's the same.
Reaper shoots 20 pellets, 7 damage each. I have about 3 shots before I get frozen. So
Same.
250 divided by 3 is 83.
Sorry.
What? What'd you say?
Sorry, I literally can't help it. Like, it comes out of my mouth before I can stop
okay.
it.
It's okay. It's
Same.
perfectly fine because I just understood it, and I'm very happy you said it.
Listen, we're recording this in winter. It's real cold.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
oh yeah. Things cool down way too easy.
Shrinkage is a
250.
thing, you know?
So 250 divided by 3 is 83. And so half of the pellets like seem to like miss just in general.
Okay.
And she just survives with half of her health. Because this guy tried to do like a play of it, and it just didn't work.
I love that we're using math based on 7 years ago. I'm
No,
sorry.
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. There's so
And honestly,
much.
things
there's
have
so
been
much
tweaked.
info here.
Let's
Yeah,
just for our own
Personal
we've heard some
well-being.
evidence. Let's just you want to just say May?
Yeah,
Because-
fuck Reaper.
Yeah.
Well,
'cause,
no,
I mean,
no.
well, fuck.
Well, yeah,
both
that's
of
what I
them.
want to
No.
do. That's the problem.
Well, here's the thing. Because of that, would it not be funny to just do Reaper because death comes? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, death comes. All right,
Okay,
Reaper
cool.
wins.
All right, cool.
All right,
Reaper
cool.
wins.
Next one.
Reaper wins. Point to Reaper. Well done, sir.
Point to
All right, here we go.
All right, who's it gonna be?
Tails.
Tails.
Tails
Okay.
from
Okay.
Sonic the
Sonic.
Hedgehog.
Miles per hour.
So he is an engineer. He can make cool shit. He's got
Yeah,
lots of
that's-
weaponry.
I mean, we have to if we're going with like May's powers because they're not really powers; it's engineering. So I'm assuming we're going with like whatever they could feasibly build.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, no, for
everyone's
sure.
given some prep time.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's
Okay,
Batman
alright,
with
alright.
prep time that we're working
Batman
with.
with prep time. Okay, okay.
Like, okay, so just go off of these as like prep time, whatever you need. The strongest version of each one.
Strongest
what do they
version
have?
of them.
We're doing it death battle style.
Okay, cool.
Even though it's kind of weird to do a death battle style. Here we go. Tails versus who?
Be Sonic with it.
Imagine.
Bastion.
Okay. How many Overwatch characters did you put in this? Every single one?
I'm pretty positive I just copied an entire list off of ChatGPT.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
Well, at least it's random then.
Sebastian. Oh no, I shuffled them a whole ton too.
Oh, okay.
Sebastian from Overwatch versus Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog. So we're assuming that he has his like robot mech suit from Sonic Adventure 2
Yeah.
that shoots like rockets and shit.
Yeah, and he can build. I mean, he's built like mech suits. He's built planes. He's built
planes that are capable of dropping bombs.
Okay, but here's the thing.
He builds gadgets and stuff.
Here's the thing. One of the
it.
best things against planes is bullets. And a lot of them.
He also didn't build a roof for that mech suit, so he could just shoot the bomb right in.
Yeah. Oh,
because that shit arcs. Okay, I'm giving it to Bastion. I'm sorry, Tails, you're dead. Like that.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. There's probably a lot of like cool engineering you can do with some like bulletproof glass and shit.
Yeah.
It's
there is
hard
also
to fight
big
Bastion
bombs.
with a shield.
Yeah. I also feel like Tails could easily. I think he could build something similar to Bastion with the same amount of like firepower that Bastion has.
Probably, yeah.
So I see a universe in which Tails wins, is what I'm saying. But
Out
if
of
we're
the
just going
16
like
million and
more than
5.
likely, yeah, exactly, 60 million 5. If we're going more than likely, I'm gonna say Bastion for sure.
Okay, but hear me out.
Okay.
For the reverse.
I don't want to fuck the fox. I don't want to fuck the fox.
Totally not where I was going. But if we're going down
What
that
about
road, let's talk
Bastion?
about one thing that really fucks up machinery, right? All the cogs and stuff, is hair. So what if Tails shaved a little bit and just threw a little fur ball in there?
Just
You know what I mean?
shaved his ass and threw it at Bastion.
And then,
No, he just-
you know,
He's got
There's
like
some
the
hair
white
in there.
tips on his tails. On his
Yeah.
two tails, just shave
grows
that
back.
portion off. And it's
I'd
just
rather
the
shave
orange
than
fluff.
die. I mean,
I
that's
thought
just
what
my...
you were gonna say. What you were gonna say was, you know what really like clogs up gears? Small animals.
just crawling.
He could sacrifice himself.
So he still dies, but then it's more of a draw.
Yeah, mutually assured destruction, you know.
Yeah.
He finished his mission, and isn't that all what good engineers do?
There we go.
Someone write
All
a
right.
fan fiction fight for that. and
We
I
need
wanna
a
see it,
Bastion,
please.
Tails fan
Subscriber
fiction
of the week makes the best Bastion versus Tails fan fiction.
Do it. We will read it. If you make listen, subscriber next week's comment of the week. Next week's comments of the week. We got to start calling it comments of the week because I don't know if everyone's subscribed, but whatever. If you make even a short like fan fiction of any of these fights, we will read it in its totality in a upcoming episode.
Alternatively, I will
Steej and Dan will
take-
actually, they're actually committing to acting them out totally nude if you do them, so
Yeah,
definitely.
on the Patreon.
I mean,
We don't have a Patreon yet.
listen, man. If I can ever make my way up to Steej's place, I'll do it. We will do it. We'll film it. We'll censor what we need to and put it on the podcast.
We'll have a slap fight. We'll just full on slap fight.
Okay,
Yeah,
my
just
new
leave
mission
it
for
in.
today is to commit you guys to as much heinous shit as possible. Because I'm going after this.
Well, this is the commenter of the week. You got to leave a comment.
Yeah. You got to leave a comment.
That's the caveat. All right. So
All right.
Tails sacrifices himself to kill Bastion.
Yeah.
I'll cough
So-
stuff with furball, one of the two.
It really depends on how strong Bastion is. So I'm just gonna give the win to the cat in Tic-Tac-Toe.
What?
So you know what I'm talking about? Whenever
No,
you
go next.
Whenever you draw, you put a C on it. All right, I guess I'm weird. All right, who's next?
All right. Who we got?
Steve from Minecraft.
Steve. Yes.
Ooh.
Okay, so I don't actually play Minecraft, so you're going to have to explain Steve to me.
This is Avengers level threat.
Okay. called Steve.
I'm dead
apparently.
I'm dead ass with you.
Well,
right
there is
now.
a Steve on the Avengers, but that's
Look up-
neither here nor there.
Let me have a look.
Look up the actual like legitimate strength. For those of you at home, and Nick, if you haven't seen this yet, look up his actual strength in
listen,
numbers.
Nick, you know the concept of Minecraft, right? Like you've played it, or you've at least
the clue's in the name.
Yeah. You mine and craft. Steve is just the main character. Steve is just the person you're playing. You are Steve. Like that's
who can just,
apparently he can lift
around.
1.8 E555 kilograms.
Yeah.
That's
and
lots
that's
of kilograms.
I mean,
Imagine getting punched with that.
Because I guess where they get that is like you have blocks of material, right?
Yep.
And those blocks can be anything from like a 1 by 1 by 1, I guess a cubic meter of dirt to a cubic meter of like concrete.
Iron.
or iron, a cubic meter of iron. Like a block
Fucking
canonically is a cubic meter, right? So it's like this freaking big, right?
Oh yeah.
And so a whole block of iron weighs a lot, and you just carry it around like it's nothing.
Oh yeah.
So you have to. If we choose not to suspend our disbelief at all,
Listen.
we're saying that Minecraft Steve is carrying around just blocks of iron like it's absolutely nothing.
And he is. They're just in a little portable thing that doesn't mean
in his pocket.
Cancels out the weight.
Yeah. All right. Who's he
so-
Pretty
fighting?
strong.
Who
fighting?
does Minecraft Steve fight? And God have mercy on their souls. Here we go.
Very one-sided already.
Lara
Croft.
Lara Croft.
Here's my thing. The most advanced that Steve has ever been without the use of mods is a crossbow. Lara Croft has guns.
Yeah. So if it's ranged combat, then Lara Croft might actually have an advantage if she's able to keep her distance.
For sure. And also, I mean, like, her agility is and also durability is fucking insane.
Sure.
Just based off of some of the stuff that I've seen in the more modern games. Like, I've caught glimpses of some of the more modern Tomb Raider games. This fucking girl goes through it.
Yeah.
Like, she's up on top of, like, fucking phone towers. She gets thrown off of that shit into a building, and she's just like, ugh, now I'm getting excited.
Is that one of the voice lines?
Yeah, dude. I actually voiced Lara in the upcoming game.
I can see that, honestly.
That was really good. That was really good, Dan. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Can't wait for your rendition of Lara
That
Croft.
was also those are two voice lines. Thanks, man. I just played them back to back just so you can have. Okay, so how else is Lara Croft winning this? Because there's no way other than that.
Okay,
I'm gonna be honest.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Do we know Steve's sexuality?
I don't know.
This is
the
a kid's game.
disappointment
Okay.
of having
so
me on this podcast already.
Here's my thing. We're going to assume that it could be any number of things because Steve, whether you play as Steve, you play as Alex, which is the female skinned character version of that.
Yeah.
And then there's been a whole bunch of new ones that have come out recently that are all like separate different characters that you can play as. You can have your own custom player skin, but these are like the set ones that you can be, if you want to choose those.
Okay, but do you not think like old school Lara Croft, like the triangle boobs and stuff, would appeal to Steve in his 8-bit form?
Maybe they're both very like polygonal. What the polygonal?
Polygon?
Polygonal.
And he's like, I've never seen anyone so beautiful and that's the same as me.
Yeah. Wow.
Steej, I'm gonna put a counter for how many times it took you to say polygonal.
I'm getting Nick's point. He might let his guard down.
Yes.
Because not only is Minecraft Steve craft sexual, he might also be he might also be Croft sexual.
Oh,
you
honestly,
had that shit in the chamber.
phenomenal
Holy
work.
shit.
How long have you been holding on to that one? Great work.
Since
about
the podcast
since we
first started.
16 episodes ago before we
Since
even
the dawn of
conceptualized this
time.
episode. Yeah, so you know what? Okay, so I know
I'm giving it
we
to Lara
want to move
Croft
on.
straight up.
I know we
Okay,
want to move on to the
alright.
next thing, but I want to present one more thing. Since we are assuming all characters are at full like potential, so we're talking about ranged combat in being in favor of Lara, right?
Yeah.
But at full potential,
Yeah.
Steve does have wings. He has Elytra, which I know Nick doesn't
That's
play.
not where I thought you were going with that.
You can get wings and you can like fly around, right? You can get wings and you use like little rockets to fly
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
And so he could zoom at her very quickly. Now, that's not saying. Here's the thing. Whenever you wear wings in Minecraft, you can't wear chest armor.
That's
you have
very
to
true.
choose one or the other. And so he is very exposed during this time.
Incredibly vulnerable, yeah.
And she's a good marksman as far as I can tell, as far as I'm aware. She's very dexterous. You know, she's good. She's good
also-
under
She's also
pressure.
very
much to
rich,
kill
right?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
she could make her own
Sure.
like hover boots or something.
She's like Bruce Wayne levels of rich.
Yeah,
at
she's
this
like
Oh,
point.
is she?
Insane rich. Yeah.
Kinda,
Okay,
yeah.
I wasn't
'Cause,
aware
mean,
of that.
She's
I
a
wasn't
fucking
aware.
Tomb Raider, so like you can imagine
Okay.
she's been to a pawn shop a handful of times.
Okay.
She goes up.
I would love
So-
to say, I would love to play that game, Lara Croft in the pawn shop.
I'm
No,
gonna
it's a
like a-
DLC from the Pawn Stars game.
I will agree with you guys. That it might be closer than we think, but I'll give it to Lara Croft, especially if she's able to use her dexterity, speed, and like in good use of range.
Okay.
I think I might agree with you guys. It's close. She's got to be like on top of her game because he's gonna zoom right at her and hit her with the crossbow if she's not quick. But yeah, gun does beat crossbow, I think.
All right.
Yeah, I'm picking Lara
I-
Croft for different reasons, but yeah,
I get that. I get that, but my only issue with that is what if he just turned on creative mode? Let's go to the next one.
Okay.
and I don't think she's gonna have a top for much longer.
Oh, true.
Knuckles from
Knuckles.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay, back to Sonic.
So he's
Knuckles
his
from Sonic
most
the Hedgehog.
powerful version, so he's like
He can
little
punch harder sometimes.
he can punch really, really hard.
He can break metal boxes.
He can fly.
He can fly too. He can glide.
Well,
Let's be honest with ourselves.
everywhere he goes, there's a convenient gust of air going upward. Let's be real.
Yeah. All right. Let's see who he's against.
Knuckles the Echidna. Almost said the
Echidna.
Hedgehog.
They have a 3-pronged penis.
4, actually, versus Pikachu.
Oh
Now,
my god.
here's my thing.
This is Pikachu.
Here's my
Ooh.
thing. Are we talking about game Pikachu or are we talking about Ash's Pikachu?
Oh.
Because Ash's Pikachu is a fucking tank.
is a tank, yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Ash's Pikachu solos unless it's reds.
yeah. I don't know. Knuckles can punch really hard. He can punch really
Okay,
hard.
well, I want to know if it's game Pikachu or Ash's Pikachu.
I mean, I think we kind of have to go with Ash's Pikachu, which
Okay.
because it's like the most iconic Pikachu.
Pikachu has brought Ash back to life.
Yeah.
He is
With the
quite
power of
literally.
I think it's
Friendship.
got to be
Yeah.
Pikachu, doesn't it?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But Knuckles can punch really hard.
all right. Sorry, Canucks.
I think it's got to be Pikachu.
Knuckles
All
the
right.
Canucks. Here we go.
We'll go with, let's just do the next one. Go with it.
That one goes to the Tic Tac Toe Cat.
Yeah. That we all know what that is.
Bayonetta. I know jack shit about Bayonetta.
I don't know anything about Bayonetta.
God.
I know
Alright,
that
time
she's
time to look her up.
I know that okay. I know that she's like an assassin type, right? Like
Okay.
let me see. Who is she? Who is she?
Bayonetta wiki. Yes. Let's
she's
dance,
it's
boys.
a hack and slash action adventure game.
Yeah, I don't really know
here
much
we go.
about Bayonetta, to be honest.
Abilities.
Oh,
Has an
abilities.
unprecedented skill for the bullet arts
Ooh.
and shows
Okay.
near mastery of a new weapon when she picks it up.
She's a witch who possesses
Wow.
powerful magic abilities, as well as superhuman strength, speed, and agility. And yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we might not know specifics, but we can go off of that.
Considered to be one of the
Okay.
strongest characters in the game. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
all right,
So
all right.
one of the strongest
Cool,
of her.
Because like I know who
franchise. We
she
love that.
is. I've just never played any of the games. So
All right, here we go. So
we'll go
who's
off that. We'll go
Bayonetta
off that.
Fighting? If it's Steve from Minecraft, that's it. Samus Aran.
Okay, so this is just Smash Bros.
Okay, so who normally wins in Smash Bros?
No idea. I
Not a
barely
clue.
play it.
Okay,
So go ahead.
No.
Oh, well, I was
I've
just
only
gonna
got
say
a few things.
So they're both kind of ranged, I think, from what I'm hearing.
Yes.
I mean, they both might be okay close range. Samus, I think, is better at range for sure because she's got like her little laser gun. She's got little rockets.
Her Mega Man gun.
Yeah, a little Mega Man gun. But Bayonetta is like a literal like mystical witch that can
Is
use
just good at shit.
weapon-
She's
is
just
just
like,
good
oh
at
wow, a
shit."
thimble. I could kill someone with this.
I feel like when it comes to like magic versus other things, just the sheer creativity you can have with magic is always going to win out, right?
Sure, yeah.
Like unless you're limited to a specific, I can only use fire. You can still do a
Yeah.
lot with fire, right? But
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like
use it to your
magic is
advantage.
just way more diverse and way more. I don't know.
Keep
can
in
do
mind, it's
anything
also
with it, right?
dark magic.
Yeah, it is. It's dark magic.
So she
Dark
can turn the
magic.
lights off and then they can't do shit.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
they can't see
That's very
anything,
true.
so automatically win.
Unless Samus's suit has a flashlight.
Which
Oh,
it
that is
probably
true.
does.
That technology does exist, so there might be a flashlight.
Thoughts?
Yeah. Okay, it's clear we
However,
don't know
it
very
does
much
say
about.
here Samus is personally responsible for the destruction of several planets. So
my
maybe
God, what?
so I may have kind of jumped the gun on this one.
Hasn't she killed like an alien dragon?
Yeah, it's Ridley.
That's the
Or is it
dude.
Ripley?
That's the girl from Inside Out, ain't it? No, that's wrong.
Or is it?
That's wrong. No, that you're right. Probably it's Ridley. That's him.
I was like, it's either. Yeah, it's Ridley. Okay.
Yeah, that's him.
I was like, I'm gonna anger even more fan bases today.
God, I was a Nintendo kid. I'm sorry.
I would say since none of the three of us know a whole lot about either of these characters, based off of what we do know, and I kind of want to go off of what Nick was saying about like the use
do
of
have a
magic
question for him,
really
though.
opens a lot of doors there. And it's not like Samus doesn't have a chance, I don't think, but I think as in terms of raw power, it sounds like Bayonetta might squeak that one out
So
by a margin.
I'm gonna try and think like Nick here, and I want to ask you a
Well, that's a
question.
mistake.
Well, see, yeah, no, I'm sure this is a mistake.
Is the question would question mark?
well, no, that's not a question I
Love
need
it.
answered. Nick, have you seen any of the porn? Who has the best porn?
Out of Bayonetta and
You
Samus.
can't ask that while I'm drinking.
Well,
God damn it.
I mean, I know nothing about these characters' power level, but I can
Okay.
tell
Well,
you,
well, yeah.
you know,
But
They're
what's
both
your
pretty
power level
powerful
when
in
you
the
look at them?
I would say like definitely Bayonetta in the porn department,
Okay.
Okay. All right.
purely because I don't know if you've ever had a magic erection, but that shit lasts for so long. Like,
Have you had a magic reaction?
See,
yeah, but
that
mine
my
was
next
kind of with a
question.
pill, but it kind of still counts, you know.
That's magic. Yeah, that's magic.
Ah, yes, the magic powder beans. We love those.
All right, Dan.
All right,
Move
so
on
I'm
to the
just-
next
I'm
one.
not,
Let's
I don't
get
know who
on
I'm gonna. I don't know who I'm gonna give that to. I'm just gonna give that one to Nick. Nick wins in this scenario.
Nick wins.
For real.
Nick wins.
As long as Reaper's there, Nick
As long
wins.
as Reaper's
Yeah, yeah.
there, that's fine. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Who's next? Rayman from Rayman Legends. That's
Okay.
the only game that I know him from. All right, here we go. I don't know dick about him.
God damn it. Are we
Wait,
just
no,
gonna keep
his
getting
arm-
characters
no,
we know
his
nothing
arms
about?
and legs are detached, and he can stretch them as far as he wants. He could just go up to somebody, no matter no matter the distance, and just fucking choke him out.
Right, so he's just a really good slinky. Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah. He's the guys from the Arms game before it was.
I remember
popular on
Rayman.
Switch. Master
I
Chief.
mean, guys, come on.
Ooh.
Okay, all right. Listen. I'm looking up Rayman abilities right now.
I wouldn't even
right?
bother. I think we all know where this is going.
Well, it says he has above average intelligence. Durability. It took hits from Mr. Dark. I don't know what that is. But he can survive explosions.
Mr. Dark's the creator of the dark magic that Bayonetta uses. Come on. Are you even paying attention?
Are you serious? Or are you
No, I'm
sorry.
not
Come on.
serious.
Oh, I misheard. Okay.
He's got.
Here's the question. Here's my question.
This wiki says Rayman has planet level physical strength.
Okay.
That's
What?
massive. Yeah. No, seriously. Okay, I'm on topstrongest.fandom.com/wiki/Rayman. Physical strength, planet level. Defeated Mr. Dark twice. The first time when he had the great I don't know what any of these words mean.
You don't have to worry about the story. It's okay.
Okay, I barely know who this person is, but just finding out he has planet level strength.
All right, what's Master Chief's level strength
but
then?
here's my question. You know when it says durability?
Yes.
Like how durable is that? Because like you can be durable but still take a bullet, you know? And Master Chief has a lot of guns.
He also has that armor and a shield.
But planet level strength, that's pretty big. I don't know about you, but this planet's pretty big.
Master Chief.
This is a pretty. I don't know. Like I hate doing this because I don't know much about Rayman, but just reading this stuff, it's just like it seems like Rayman wins. As much as I hate saying it, because Master Chief is fucking awesome.
What strongest Master Chief are you thinking of?
What do you mean?
He does insanely, stupidly powerful shit in some of these games.
Planet level strength, Dan.
That's why I'm asking you what Master Chief's
Okay, but can we corroborate that
is.
planet level strength, or is that just from one wiki?
Okay.
Because that's what it hinges on, right? That's what we're hinging on.
Okay. Let me see. Let me take a quick look here. Let me see. Powers and abilities. Here we go. He's got powers granted to him by fairies.
Who?
First of all, who do you
Rayman.
Master Chief, Dan?
No, there's no way.
Yeah, do you not remember that from the Halo games?
You don't remember that? It was in Halo 2. You skipped that part? It was in the Halo Legends or something.
It was the legend of Halo.
The Legend of Mr. Halo.
Link to the Chief.
Being limbless, Rayman is able to launch long-range punches at his enemies, as we talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
He does not displace Rayman 2. He's unable to ascend. Interesting. Yeah, I ain't
He's
reading
unable
all
to
that.
Send.
Ascend.
He should speak to Bayonetta.
I didn't know he was
Another well-known power of his ability is to use the hair not only to glide but also used as a mini helicopter, so he can like fly around helicopter style.
You know
Do you know what's really good against helicopters?
Much like Nick tries to do every Friday night.
A BR heavy barrel surface battle rifle.
All right. Fine. Do you want to give it to Master Chief?
I want to give it to Master Chief
Yeah,
because
I mean we have
know,
to, right? I think we have to.
I don't know dick about Rayman, man.
Oh,
and it
my
sucks
God.
because I like.
I'm just trying to go off of what exists. I'm just trying to find information because I don't know shit about Rayman either.
Not much.
I think you got to give
fine.
that one to Master Chief.
We'll give it to Master Chief to
I'll
make
give it to
everyone
Rayman.
happy, except
here
for
we go.
Rayman fans.
Sorry, Rayman legends.
Yeah.
You all are legends in my book. Soldier 76.
Soldier 76.
We're going
Okay.
off of season 7, I guess.
Sure, yeah.
Because he's actually getting a crazy buff in season 8.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all have seen anything about that,
No.
or the viewers. But yeah, he's getting kind of stronger in the thing.
Soldier 76 from Overwatch.
Yeah, Soldier 76 versus
Like Master Chief without
I hope this is
childhood
Soldier
trauma.
75.
Gordon Freeman from
Freeman.
Half-Life.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know
Half-Life.
anything about Gordon Freeman.
Dan,
so you're
you
gonna
know
have to
you know
inform
stuff
me on
about
that.
Half-Life, right?
No. So Soldier 76 versus... I don't know why that shit's on there.
I wish Matt
Cut it
was
out.
here.
We'll cut it
Matt-
out, guys. We'll edit it. We'll cut it out.
No,
You're
it's fine. It's fine. Soldier 76 versus Kirby.
Oh
What do we
my
got?
God, versus Kirby.
Ugh.
Wait,
Oh,
if
God.
Kirby inhales Soldier 76, listen, okay, time out. Hold on. I'm about to argue in favor of Soldier 76 right now. All right, you ready
Okay.
for this? All right. So let's think about Soldier 76 and who he is, and the
As a
fact
person.
that as a
Kenneth.
person.
Kenny.
So first of all, whenever Kirby inhales Soldier 76, he becomes gay, which might enhance his power a little bit.
Wait,
because Kirby's.
I clearly missed the segue here.
How?
What?
Wait, hold on. Wait, how?
Did you not know that Soldier 76 is gay?
Okay, no,
Oh,
what
yeah.
I heard was as soon as Kirby inhales him, he becomes gay.
Yeah, because you know Kirby, right? How he inhales people and steals
Yeah.
their powers and then spits them back out. Yeah. So if he inhales Soldier 76, he becomes gay.
Oh, Kirby becomes gay.
Yeah. Not.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, totally with you. Totally with you now. Yeah, keep going. Okay, I'm with you.
No, if Soldier 76 inhales himself, he becomes super gay.
Yeah.
So, but that's like too powerful. That's like Super Saiyan level Soldier 76, right?
Marilyn
Super
Manson.
Saiyan.
So
76.
the gay might work in Kirby's favor. That might work in Kirby's favor. However,
Okay.
he's
Ally.
also an old fucking man,
Okay.
right? So let's say they're meeting for the first time. Kirby doesn't know who Soldier 76 is, right? So Soldier 76, a lot of his power resides in his intelligence for sure, like his
his gun.
combat intelligence, but also yes, in his equipment, right? I mean, he's a soldier, right? So if Kirby inhales him, yeah, sure, maybe he'll get like little replicas of some of his stuff, but he also gets his bad knees.
That's very true. Well,
Does
no,
Kirby
that's
have
not
knees?
true. He runs. He's the only character that runs. He doesn't have bad knees.
So if Kirby inhales Soldier 76, he gains knees.
He just gets knees.
He just gets knees.
And just
And-
becomes unbelievably
and because-
dexterous. Can start jumping over shit incredibly well.
And because he now has knees, he's never experienced those before.
Yeah.
He's always ridden around on that star for his transport. He doesn't know
Yeah.
how to handle it.
He's going to
So
be
he
like a
doesn't know-
baby deer.
He doesn't know how to walk.
He doesn't know. Yeah. And
That-
I mean,
God.
am I
Okay.
wrong?
Listen,
But
man. I
hear
wanna-
me out.
Oh,
Do you know what's really good against big puffy things? Bullets. Look, listen, there's an ongoing theme here, okay?
he's got a good point. I hate to say it.
Nick's just like, if they have a gun, they win.
Just win. Bullets
Until
are
they
so
both have
powerful.
a gun.
Yeah.
Until they both have a gun, and then we're
Hey,
just
listen,
like, uh-oh,
if
now
Kirby,
what do we do?
If Kirby inhales him and takes his gun too, then Soldier's fucked. So it really depends
Yeah.
on circumstances.
Yeah.
It really depends on
that's
how
true.
smart Soldier
Because
thinks
if he inhales and then spits him back out without his gun, and then suddenly like Kirby's got his gun and Soldier has no gun and Kirby's got it and knees, so suddenly he's now super agile
And
with a
gay.
gun.
and gay. Based on
Absolute
how the
win-win.
mechanics of the games work, if he spits out the thing he just sucked back in, he loses that power and goes back down to base form. So Soldier would get his gun back, which is why I was gonna ask.
But does that count
getting
as base
sucked up by
form?
Kirby?
Because it's
Yeah.
an external weapon. It's not part of Soldier himself. It's like it's a
mean,
weapon.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's absorbed shit with weapons before.
Yeah. Like, if we're going off of, like, Smash Bros, because I haven't played a lot of the Kirby games, but if we're going off, like,
They're very
Smash Bros,
similar.
like, if he inhales Link and spits him out, he
gets a
gets, like,
sword.
his fucking sword and his,
And the shield.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
the
he'll
shield
get, like, the
and
hat or
the
whatever for the
boomerang. I was
clothing.
thinking the boomerang I think he gets.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and also, he gets his hat. Like, he takes on physical characteristics
No, for sure.
of the
So
clothing
the
of that
knees
character.
would happen for sure.
So the knees would definitely happen, for sure, but they would be bad knees. So
'Cause he
I
doesn't
don't
know
know,
how to use
guys.
it. That'd be
This
great.
I mean,
is-
even
this
though he's
one's-
old, he's still pretty good at sprinting.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
He's the
And
And that
only
you
character
give
that knows how
Kirby
to
that
run.
ability to sprint
Well, no,
with
that's
the
not true, but
gun.
still.
That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna have to give that one to Kirby then.
We'll give it to Kirby, but I'm saying
We'll give it to
we
Kirbo.
started this out
going
thinking
Soldier.
Kirby was like. I think we started this out
wait.
thinking Soldier didn't stand a chance, but I would like to let the record show that I made the Soldier argument.
he made a
guys
good
weren't
case.
thinking it.
He
You
made a
guys
good
weren't
case.
thinking it.
You
You
know
were just
what?
like, oh, Kirby, obviously, and I'm like, no,
That's-
no. No.
Steej is just like, but what if I gave him a chance? What if that's all he really needed?
He just needs a chance.
What if he just needed that little push to be able to kill Kirby with his bullets? All right,
That being
here we
said,
go.
Kirby wins. All right, go
All right,
ahead.
here we go. So
Disagree.
next one up is Doomfist from Overwatch. I told
It's
you I
just a
probably
whole lot of
have some-
Overwatch characters.
Whole
This
I
lot
is-
hope you guys
Overwatch
watch
characters.
Overwatch, because otherwise,
This thumbnail is gonna be so fucking easy. Don't you doubt it.
it's just
There
gonna
better
be a
be bullets in the
Bronzecasters thumbnail.
It's just gonna be just a white background with a box of bullets.
solid. Bullets win every time.
Bullets win. All right, Doomfist versus what? Or
but
who?
the word solos underneath it.
Solos.
Bullets,
yeah. Bullets
solos.
solo.
Alright, here we go. Doomfist versus who? John Marston from Red Dead Redemption 1. I have
So just a cowboy,
no, not
a
just a cowboy.
non-Cassidy cowboy,
He is very much so a Cassidy cowboy.
but he doesn't have a robotic arm.
He doesn't have a robotic arm, but he's still got the Deadeye thing.
Ooh, okay, all right.
He's got Cassidy's
Make-
ultimate, and the thing about it is
Make
he doesn't
your
need a cooldown.
case.
John doesn't have a cooldown. Whenever he goes into the Deadeye, it's just both sticks down, and you go into a slow-mo mode where you can just lock onto targets. You don't have to wait for them to turn into little red skulls like his ultimate does.
Okay.
You can just lock in onto it, and I mean, it might not even kill him all the way, but if you just aim for the head, it's gonna kill him. But most people, you can aim for anywhere on the target's body. You can aim for it. Most people aim for the final boss in the dick, because it's just 6 shots,
Yeah.
so they just shoot him 6 times in the dick.
I would
That
also
kills him.
argue that Cowboy would be pretty good at dueling, like
That's very true.
you know, in
That's
terms of
half
like a
the,
1v1.
Those are
Alright.
side missions. Those are side missions
Doomfist-
in both games.
You guys need to remember, Doomfist also has a defensive ability now. He's
A
got his
gun?
block.
Oh,
Where so like I mean,
But he
li-
blocks
think
with his
of the
hands,
game.
right?
Well, his fist, like his big
Yeah.
old fist, it
Yeah.
creates like a barrier, not like an actual shield, but it absorbs damage. I think of Overwatch, like you use that, you're absorbing bullets constantly. So it's
So-
just like
But do
he
you know
has a
what's
defensive
not
ability.
absorbing bullets? His legs.
or if you
shoots him in the
shoot him in
leg.
the back, or
You
if you
just shoots
shoot
him in the
back,
leg and then he can't move, right?
He's
Okay.
incredibly listen. I think Doomfist can get the jump on a cowboy from the 1800s.
I disagree.
You don't think so?
I disagree.
Okay,
'Cause I
one
haven't
question.
told you-
Doomfist has a gun.
I haven't told you the thing about the Deadeye that really makes it a scary thing to fight.
Okay. All right. Continue.
So I've already mentioned how whenever you go into Deadeye, it slows down time relatively. Because I mean, if
For
you're gonna
you,
do this,
like you can see things in slow motion, basically.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It has been shown several times in the game to realistically slow down time. Period.
Oh.
So let's just fast forward to Red Dead Redemption 2 because it's the only thing that I can think of. The main character, Arthur Morgan, he also has this ability. But Arthur is said to be a little bit more advanced with the Deadeye than John would be, just based on like sheer ability. He's older, and so he's had more experience with it, right?
Sure.
So there's a mission that I remember in the story mode for Red Dead 2. It's one of the side missions where a character is doing some like weird shit, and then he's acting crazy and acting out of his mind, and so he's got this gun that all 1800s people wear on them.
Of course, big iron on his head.
And he's just like, I don't know what else to fucking do, and he just puts it up to his head. And you are then prompted to go into Deadeye, and you lock on to the gun itself, and within like a blink of an eye, he's like, and he shoots it out of his hand.
Damn.
You can zoom in on his hand, and he's pulling the trigger as he shoots it. Like, it goes off.
Shit. Okay.
So it's instant. It's instantaneous.
Ooh,
Doomfist won't be able to block.
Okay.
Unless he's already got his arm up and he's doing like if he's doing like a police thing where he's got like the flashlight and
like
the
riot
gun.
shield.
Oh, yeah, okay. If he's got the riot shield but he's got his arm up so it blocks it technically, that would be the only way I could do it, because I mean he'd already be ready at that point. There's no ready time.
Well, that was going to be my question. Do they have time to like talk to each other before they fight?
I was assuming they're just. I was assuming they're
it's-
just meeting immediately.
Yeah, I figured that
maybe
this
not.
is like an on-site kind of
Like
thing.
a coffee
Yeah.
shop? And then it just blows up?
It's like Peter versus the giant chicken. It's on site, and then the fucking
It's
plane's gonna
on-site.
crash. But yeah,
man.
no, like that's my biggest case for John Marston, because the only thing that killed him was a firing squad of 20 people, by the way.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing what we're saying is the fact that, like, if Doomfist can get on top of him, he's probably dead.
He's probably dead.
So the question is whether we think he can shoot Doomfist and kill him before he can get on top of him with his slowdown time should days.
And you're arguing he can, Dan. He'd be able to.
And I'm also
like,
arguing
just
that
draw,
they both
boom,
have prep
like,
time, because we've thought of this, so he would know about Doomfist's blocking ability.
Yeah.
But similarly, Doomfist
Yeah,
would also
I was just
know
about to say.
about his
And he
slow
would maybe
time.
start out. He'd
But
start.
He
out
would, yeah,
blocking.
start immediately with the blocks.
What can
But
he do about it other
leg.
than that? Yeah, no,
Listen.
that's the thing. He can't block all of it.
Listen, yes, he can. I mean, listen, he's got. What's his name? John. He only has. I'm assuming it's a 6-shooter.
Yeah,
he
it is.
only has 6 bullets, and
That's
then
true.
he's got to reload.
True.
So if
in that
he doesn't-
reload time,
the reload time, if Doomfist is able to wait it out, like it
The time
and this
it
is
takes
assuming
John to shoot 6 bullets, Doom gets his ultimate.
I
The
mean
6th bullet goes off, and John's just like, "Fuck, shit, meteor strike." It's like, where
no,
to
so
go?
he's not going to see a meteor strike coming, is he? Because it's from above.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
ever see it.
I got it. Like I hear what
Cowboys
you're
famously
saying.
don't look up.
fair.
Famously, yes,
Because of the hat.
It's the hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying about John. I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, and I do think there's one kind of like I was saying in the previous fight. I think there's a universe in which he wins.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I don't think you're giving Doomfist enough ability. The dude can like level fucking skyscrapers with his punches. He's quick. He can block bullets. And if we're assuming that they have time to prepare and they have a general idea, I mean, I would imagine that Doomfist would ask, even if he had no idea who John was, he just knew he had to fight him. I think he would pretty quickly ascertain, oh, that dude's got a gun, better block. You know,
Yep.
I gotta argue in
Who
favor
do you think
of
Doomfist would ask in that scenario if he doesn't know anything about him? He's like, who do you think he would go to be like, who's this guy I'm fighting?
Cassidy.
What?
Yeah, Cassidy,
Oh.
obviously.
Yeah, fair.
Because they're not actually
Totally
on
fair.
separate sides. when
maybe
the
maybe he
match is over.
spars
They
with
all just go to the
Cassidy
break room.
before. Right?
Yeah, Yeah.
They have like a sparring
Despite
match.
the fact that they're like mortal enemies. Yeah, what it's fine.
Hey,
He's just like, hey man, can you help me out? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, they met for coffee, right? This is taking place at a coffee shop, so they.
Right. This is a universe in which they all
you're
just get coffee before death battles.
Yeah.
Dan, let's do one more.
I think we're almost ready for the final one.
We've got time for one more. Let's make it a good one.
Let's hope that this is going to be a doozy. I was going to say bullshit in here.
I was going to say, if it's someone we don't know who it is, let's skip it. Let's make the last one a good one.
Works for me.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Because I don't want to do any more reading.
Doom
Guy. Okay.
Oh, I was really hoping for the matchup of him versus Steve, if I can be honest with you.
Nick, do you know the guy from Doom?
Yeah,
I
don't know about power levels or anything, but I know of.
But you're familiar. Okay, cool. We'll go with it.
He is like based on like recent games like Doom Eternal, like 2016 Doom. We talked about planet level strength because according to like the fandom wiki or whatever, it's rated on like universal, cosmic, galaxy level, planetary level, that type of shit.
Yeah.
I would put Doom Guy in like the universal level.
Really? I mean, he is destroying demons.
He's killed Satan himself.
Yeah.
The final boss of Doom Eternal is fucking Satan.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's true.
Well, here
All right, let's see.
All right. Please let it be Luigi. Please, God.
Interdimensional level strength.
Goose from Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled Goose Game.
That was one of them I put in. I'm really happy about that one. So I've never beaten that game.
Oh my God.
I think Steej has beaten Untitled Goose Game. I know that Steej has played this game.
Versus someone who could literally survive interdimensional explosions.
Steej,
what happens at the end of Untitled Goose Game?
I haven't played through the whole thing.
Really? But I thought that you streamed it.
I did. I didn't beat it though.
Oh, man.
I played like a couple of levels or areas or whatever.
Well, I'm just gonna look up how strong is Untitled Goose Game Goose.
Listen. Okay. I want to say subject matter expert, but not really because I haven't beaten the whole game. But as the person the person here who probably knows the most about Untitled Goose Game, let me chime in here first, all right? So, yeah, Doom Guy has guns. He's got strength. He literally rips and tears. Like, he tears demons apart with his bare hands, okay? The guy's strong, right? He literally has defeated Satan himself, okay? Yeah. Conversely to that,
we have a fucking goose.
So
a Canadian goose from the pond out back.
Now listen, this goose has an ability, right? And that ability is to startle any human being with a single honk.
Okay.
So, I'm going to make the argument.
I'll wait to see where this goes.
That the goose concealing a gun could catch Doom Guy off guard with a honk.
And then shoot him.
And then shoot him. And that's all it would take. Now, do I believe in this? Dan, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
All I can imagine is Doom Guy in his barracks, asleep, sound asleep.
His barracks.
Tired after a long fought day of killing Satan.
He's already drained.
His door opens. He can't hear anything because he's sound asleep. The goose walks up to him, brandishing a gun with a silencer on it. He walks up to the edge of Doom Guy's bed, He whispers in his ear, "Ha!" He takes a nearby pillow, putting it over Doom Guy's face.
With what hands?
With his wings.
With the other wing that he is not using the gun with.
Cool.
He puts the barrel of the gun up to the pillow.
I would imagine the gun also makes a honk sound.
Yeah.
and then he waddles away.
So
Okay.
I gotta give it to the goose.
yeah, it's got to be Goose.
I gotta give it to the
I just
goose.
want to
Nick,
read
what do
a
you
couple
think?
of. I just want to read a couple of little bits for you here.
Sure, please.
Please
So-
do.
For Doom Guy, Doom Guy can melt demons, tanks.
Yep.
Defeated the Dovahkiin, which can create universes with his bare hands. He's defeated sixth-dimensional beings, multiversal as well.
A
And
multiverse of madness.
he destroyed infinite time. Okay? The goose. It uses its intelligence and above average strength,
Okay.
in brackets, for a goose,
He is very strong. For a goose, he is incredibly powerful. He's right.
God, I'm lightheaded.
to solve puzzles and create chaos. Now, here's my theory.
He's an agent of chaos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what is more confusing to someone who Doom Guy's only thought process is he's like an ape. He's like, kill. I need to kill things. Right?
Rip and tear.
Rip and tear.
Yeah.
Till
That's
Until it is
the
done.
only thing he knows how to do.
Yeah.
What happens if you throw a bunch of puzzles at him? He's gonna go
A fucking Rubik's cube. You
Yeah.
just fucking throw it at his face.
solve this, bitch, and then he's gonna be like, I don't know. This isn't a gun. How do I use this? What do I do? And while he's looking at the puzzles, honk, gun.
You
silencer
confuse
and the
him,
pillow.
then
Yes.
you startle him,
Yeah.
then you gun.
He's going through all the emotions that he's
And then
never
you
had
honk.
before, and he doesn't understand what's happening. And you use that opportunity to shoot him in the head.
Wow.
He
Okay.
brings Doom Guy a wooden board with a circular hole, but gives him a square block.
Yeah.
That's all it
Yeah.
takes. Make sure to follow us on Spotify. Follow us on TikTok. Well, we post TikToks multiple times a week, as well as on Instagram. We post reels all
yeah.
the time. Dan, you want to take us out?
Yeah, no, ladies and gentlemen, it just goes to show you that even though that Kirby may win against Doom Guy or somebody else might win against somebody else, you know who
Amazing
always
exit, honestly.
You know who always wins? You know who always wins in times of crisis? These two gentlemen that have joined me on this podcast. Steej, Nick, thank you for joining me, gentlemen. That was fantastic. I had a great time. I would love to do a part 2 of this because, as you guys can see, we
got to
have
do this again.
way more.
We got to do this again.
We have so
sure.
many more. And I am so excited to do this as like a part 2 in the future.
Absolutely.
Nick, is there anything that you would
Where can we find you?
If you do this again, have
Yeah.
someone on the side of bullets, because I might not be here for it, okay? Just
I'll
have
put
someone
in,
We
there.
gotta
I'll
have
put
a
in
voice of
dedicated
a bunch
reason.
of times.
bullet enjoyer. Yes.
Yeah,
I'll put
yeah.
a bunch of the word bullets in a bunch of times and make
Yeah.
them weighted. So it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
it's just Doom Guy bullets.
I can't believe we actually argued for the goose. It's unbelievable.
No,
No, yeah,
Thank you so
obviously.
much for having me,
understandable.
honestly.
No,
Where
absolutely,
can we
it's
find
great.
you, Nick?
You can find me pretty much everywhere.
Oh shit.
I am in your houses. Twitch, YouTube,
You're on my computer.
TikTok, Simply Nickish,
Yeah.
everywhere.
We'll put some links in the description, but
We sure will.
Steej, it was good having you. I do want to say, Lyle, Matt, if you're out there somewhere, we miss you. Please come home. I really miss the smell of Funyuns.
If it takes any longer, we're gonna have to put him on a milk carton.
He's lactose intolerant. He'll be fine.
Fuck, you're right.
We'll put him on some Lactaid.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, it has been a fucking riot. But it is time to end. So thank you everybody so much for watching, so much for listening to this episode of the Oddly Coded podcast. You can find us on most audio platforms on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that shit.
All the things.
It's all in the description. You'll be able to find it.
Description
here
below.
Here on YouTube, we do upload every single Monday, or at least we try to. A video should be coming out from us every single Monday. I'm working on some cool stuff that has been coming up in the future, so don't miss that shit whenever it drops. But I think that's it. I think it's time to end. So
Later. Goodbye.
Ciao.
Bye. Honk. Honk. Honk.
Untitled Goose Game solos.